got knocked down.
What a nightmare to have happen at this stage of your life. and
Well,
your
the thing
career.
is, next year we would have sold the business.
Recording
and that
in
would have been my
progress.
retirement.
There you go.
Because we just had everything invested in the company.
Hello, Bob.
Good evening, and welcome to this meeting of the Old Kings Highway Committee of the Town of Yarmouth, which is being held in accordance with Chapter 470 of the Acts of 1973, as amended, at 7:15 p.m. on Monday, April 28th, 2025, at the Yarmouth Town Hall Hearing Room, located at 1146 Route 28, South Yarmouth. Moreover, pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, considering certain COVID-19 measures, this meeting is being run in hybrid mode. In other words, live participation, and I see we have a lot of participants tonight, and there will be Zoom participation undoubtedly as well. 12 new applications for certificates of appropriateness and one tabled certificate demolition and one tabled certificate of appropriateness will be heard this evening in the order listed on the agenda. Actually, the agenda lists 13 applications, but one of them will not be heard tonight, and I will explain that when I get to it. Please be reminded that our committee's main purpose is to review items for appropriateness and setting, and it is the responsibility of the applicant to comply with the regulations of other town boards and departments, including building, conservation, engineering, health, zoning, and the sign inspector. You should know that there is a 10 calendar day appeal period starting once a decision is filed with the town clerk. Any person aggrieved by our decision tonight can appeal to the Regional Commission of the Old Kings Highway Historic District. Our office administrator, Lisa Sherman, will be happy to answer any questions you may have regarding this process. So, as some of you seasoned veterans may know, respecting this process, our process here is to have the applicant and/or the applicant's representatives, if present, come before us to the table in front of me, speak into the microphone, identify yourself or yourselves, state your case without interruption from this committee or members of the public. After which I will ask the committee to make comments and ask questions, and following that I will ask members of the public, if present, to make comments or ask questions. Actually, they can ask questions and make comments on Zoom also, but if present, would you kindly address us from the podium to my front left, speak into the microphone, identify yourself or yourselves, state where you live, and state your case. So, the first application on the agenda tonight is 25-A039. It's to install an American Revolutionary War monument at 460 Route 6A. The town of Yarmouth is the owner, and Skylight Studios, Inc. is the agent. And who do we have this evening to present?
Chairman and Board. My name is Robert Kelly. I'm Vice Chair of the Yarmouth Historical Commission, and with me is David Giannakopoulos, member of the Yarmouth Historical Commission. We're here to present a Revolutionary War monument to be placed at, first time I ever saw the address, 460 Old Kings Highway, or the playground, or Thatcher Park. The concept came up of the Revolutionary War monument after three people did some very diligent searching over the course of the last 10 years and have come up with, through primary source of information, 455 participants in the Revolutionary War. The monument being proposed would not be possible without this research having been done. If you take the census in 1790, which was only 7 years after the war, there were 561 males over the age of 16 in Yarmouth, which means there were about 70% of the males over 16 participated in the Revolutionary War. There are more, but we haven't been able to prove that they actually lived in Yarmouth, but we have about 50 other candidates that we think did participate. We held 2 public meetings at the fire house number 2 on 6A. The first meeting was to talk about the design and location, and then we visited with the select board, and the select board chose the location of Thatcher Park. We did consider, there were 3 areas that were significant in the Revolutionary War, 2 areas in the Revolutionary War. One was Liberty Hill, which is now privately owned, and the other was Thatcher Park. We also considered the Common on 6A, but that gets a lot of water in the rain. I've been there during a driving rainstorm, and it's like a river running through there. So we didn't, and there is a monument there already, a large monument in the front, and the commission and the select board didn't feel that that was suitable for a monument. So the location was chosen because at the time of the Revolution, the church was there. It was the meeting place of the town. It was the area of drill, and there was a liberty pole there. And so it has very significant connection to the Revolutionary War. We didn't consider South Yarmouth because at that time, there was a indigenous reservation in South Yarmouth. There was really not much happening in South Yarmouth, and there was literally little or no population in South and West Yarmouth at that time. So we're here tonight to ask for approval to put in this monument, which is 8 feet wide, 2 feet deep, and about 11 feet tall. It has a bronze statue at the top of a soldier holding a baby with his wife at his side. The image is only a line drawing. The back would be finished appropriately as a design. And we're using rusticated granite for the front, for the base and the main monument, with a brass plaque that will have 455 first names, last names, and death year on it. The death year because there may be more than one person with the same name, and we wanted to differentiate between the 2 or 3. And it also should be noted that Yarmouth was East Precinct and West Precinct during the Revolutionary War. 1793, Dennis became a town, but during the war, it was all Yarmouth, and so the monument represents Old Yarmouth.
Is that it, Bob?
Yes.
Questions or comments from the committee?
Yeah, I've attended those meetings at the fire station, and I'm actually flattered that Skylight Studios agreed to do this for us. Wonderful. I've been to their website. I'd like to visit them. I think the location couldn't be better. Quiet, away from the road, place for reflection, and the monument is absolutely gorgeous.
I think it's a beautiful monument.
Thank you.
Could you talk a little bit more about what motivated your decisions regarding the sculpture at the top? And what the
Yes.
significance is?
Well, the significance is that it's a family unit. And since Yarmouth had so many participants, it's the man going off into war, holding the baby, and the wife staying home and fighting the war on the home front. And it is unique to Yarmouth. It is not like any other monument that has been erected for the Revolutionary War. We took inspiration from the Concord and Lexington monuments, and Robert Schuer of Skylight is renowned for his monuments. It's his design, and we think it's fantastic.
Thank you for that. Any other questions or comments from the committee?
Well done, Bob.
Thank you, John.
Any questions or comments from the public? All right. I will entertain a motion on this application.
I'll make a motion to approve application 25-A039.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So before you leave, just in case you want to make any changes to the design, would you sign this so you'll let us know? Oh, yes, not the one that says chairman. Is it writing? I have others. Okay. And if that doesn't work, I have a third. Thank you.
Okay.
Good luck with it.
Thank you, Board.
It's exciting.
Here it is.
Not necessary. The next item on the agenda is 25-A040. It's to install a fence at 17 Christopher Hall Way. John Generoso is the owner.
Evening. John Generoso, 17 Christopher Hall Way, Yarmouthport. We'd like to build a fence. Our home's on a corner lot. We'd like to build a fence on that corner that will give us some privacy and also keep our dog in the backyard. There's also a small section on the other side of the house, maybe 10 or 15 feet, that will require a fence on that side as well. It's a standard 6-foot cedar. I think they call it a Nauset board privacy panel with 2 gates.
Is that it?
Single gate, double gate,
Single gates,
both single.
yes.
Right. That's a very nice fence.
Are we done with your presentation? Okay.
Yes.
Now, questions or comments from the committee?
I agree with John.
Yeah, it is. I can say close it in for the dog. That makes sense. That's a nice choice.
I have a question. On Wild Hunter,
Yes.
you've got a pull-in parking space there. Your plan shows the fence covering that, but is
Yes,
there going to be a gate there?
We're going to take that out.
Okay,
Well, what we hope to do is, it's fairly large, so it can fit 2 cars in this way here.
yeah,
So what we thought we'd do is we'd shrink it to where it'll accept 1 car, sort of
Ah,
parking this way instead of, with the nose.
but there won't be a gate there.
Yeah, so we're going to pull that out and that won't be there. The fence will be it'll all be grass inside the fence.
Okay, thank you.
So generally, with these applications, we prefer seeing a transition section of the fence as it terminates at the end, a slope down to 4 feet. Had you contemplated that? So it's not quite so abrupt where it ends?
On what part of the fence are we talking about?
The part that terminates at the corner,
The corner of the home or the corner of the,
the corner of the lot.
Does this fence, or does it hit 90 degrees, or does the side
ca-
fence go beyond?
no, it goes 90 degrees. So it goes halfway
so-
through the
right,
house
okay.
and then takes a left at 90
Or 6
degrees.
feet all the way around?
Yes.
I think that's what you're talking about. Paul.
Okay.
Yes.
See, it
On
does,
the street.
And
Okay.
there's also a fence in the back of the
Right.
yard. There's an existing fence there. And there was an existing fence on that Wild Hunter that is no longer there. But
Okay.
it's in the town plan.
right,
So I think it was approved years ago, but it's no longer there.
okay. So it doesn't have to slope down to 6 feet on a square corner, okay?
Okay. Any other questions or comments from the committee? Questions or comments from other members of the public, in particular abutters? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion on this application.
Move to approve application 25-A040. Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
And aye. So if you'll sign this document, which simply states that if you're going to make any changes, you will let us know as soon as I find it. Okay, there you go. Good luck with it.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is to install a fence at 30 Tall Pines Drive. Magdalene Nelson is the owner.
Bit tough going through life. Named Magdalene. All right, my name is Daniel Beaton, and we want to put up a 6-foot by 6-foot fence in between 2 trees.
Oh, just one
What
panel?
is that? Huh?
A single panel?
That's it.
Okay,
Finish on both sides.
all right. And that's,
Finished on both sides?
Finished on both sides.
okay,
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
pretty simple.
Questions or comments from the committee?
None?
Questions or comments from abutters or other interested members of the public? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion on this application.
I'll move to approve application number what? Number 25A041.
Seconded.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
And aye. So if you will sign this document in case you want to make any changes, after which you're free to go.
Thank you very much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Have a good night.
The next item on the agenda is 25-A042 to install a shed at 51 Dartmoor Way. Moji and Gail Amini are the owners, and Pine Harbor is the agent.
Good evening. My name is Moji and Gail Meany. We'll be proposing to install a Pine Harbor Signature Series shed, about 150 square feet, 10 by 15. And some of the features of the shed will have black windows, black trim to match the house, cedar shingles to match the house. The front will be clapboard to match the front of the house, and with the charcoal color roof to match the house.
Thank you. Questions or comments from the committee?
It's a handsome shed.
Is this a rendition or is this it?
That's pretty much it.
You're going to have the cupola?
Not yet,
No, not
on,
yet.
on her next birthday.
It's very, very good-looking shed.
And the transom lights?
No, it will have a window on the top.
Yeah, okay.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Questions or comments from abutters or other interested members of the public? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion on this application.
Move to approve application 25-A042.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And aye. Congratulations. You've done very nice things with that property.
Beautiful, yeah.
beautiful.
Very nice.
I could live in that shed.
Right there, sir. Good luck with it.
Once you get your cupola.
Good night. Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is 25-A043. It's to install 40 solar panels on the front, side, and rear roofs at 121 Setauket Road. Christine McCormick is the owner. Sunrun Installation Services is the agent.
Good evening. Steve Kelly with Sunrun. We're proposing installing 40 black-on-black panels with the black skirt along the leading edge in 5 different arrays. The house is south of Setauket, across from Pilgrim Road, pretty much. 2 of the arrays will be visible from the road. They're rectangular arrays. And this is one of the new larger projects that we're allowed to do now, up to 25 kilowatts. So this is over the 10 kilowatt. It's at 16 kilowatts. And that's about it.
That's it, Steve. Thank you. Questions or comments from the committee?
Is the 20 run, Steve?
The 20 panels on the front,
Yeah. Is that facing north?
you would think it is, yes. Pretty
And
much
can that,
facing
and can
north.
that work? Does it work? Can that get enough? Can that grab enough sunlight?
Well, they do the math. You know, they put it into a system with the azimuth and everything else, so
Oh,
I'm gonna say yes. The panels are more powerful. They're 510s versus in the past, as I was saying, we wouldn't use as powerful a panel, so we would need to put more on. Now we don't have to put as many on.
It looks like he's superimposed the panels on Google Earth imagery,
We try.
and in that Google Earth imagery, the front of the house is totally shaded, which led me to go into SunCalc. And according to SunCalc, that exposure would get, on June 21st, which is the longest day of the year, a maximum of 4 hours of sunlight at an oblique angle. Now, I don't know anything about solar, but intuitively, that looks to me questionable.
I don't get involved with those calculations at all. I've left it up to the designers in California to take care of it, so I really don't have a good answer for you. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't put them on there if they weren't
Have
getting
this if you'd
something
like to
out of it.
look at
Yeah, no, I've got it right here.
No.
Oh, that's it, the new, honestly, looking at it, I'm not schooled in it, so I don't want to make any inferences to something I don't fully know.
So what percentage of that, how many panels total?
That's half.
You want, and
That's
that's a
20
lot.
panels out of the 40-panel system.
Right. That's how many you'd need, probably. Because you're not gonna get that much power out of those ones facing, unfortunately, they face the street.
Yeah, it's facing the street a little bit of an angle. As you come up Setauket from Dennis, it's not quite as visible. You can see it from the street, no doubt about that.
Oh, it's that way back, it is.
Yeah, it's that way back, and there's a decent amount of foliage, but you will see it, no two ways about that. You know, part of it, I think, is probably setbacks and things like that, pathways for the firefighters that we need to include, so we're not able to load as many in the rear as we might like, especially with the different vent pipes and waste pipes that are on the back roofs that restricts our capability also.
Yeah, I can't, that's difficult for us to tell how many other panels you could fit. It doesn't look like you could fit that many more in the rear.
No, and as I mentioned, that you need the 3-foot pathways from the gutter to the ridge for the firefighters now, so that definitely restricts design.
Yeah.
I think, given the new legislation, it would be difficult for this committee to deny this application. Setauket is not a particularly scenic road. It's
Oh, I
not
agree with
designated
that. Yeah,
scenic.
exactly. It is set way back from the road, too.
Yeah.
I don't, it's not like it's on the opposite
and it's
side of
almost
the
in
corner.
Dennis.
Yeah,
Well, it's a fast road, too. It's not a meandering,
it is.
people fly up and down it.
They sure do.
And I do think that our mission is appropriateness in setting. We don't get involved with efficiency of the panels.
No?
So, and I appreciate the statement by the applicant that that's not really what he's here for either. Any other questions or comments from the committee?
You know, I might also just add, we are trying to do the rectangular arrays that are visible. So anything that's visible like that, we make sure that we're squaring them up.
Notice that, right. Does make a big difference.
It does.
I think those three things that have been mentioned, the new legislation, the distance from the street, and the location of the house itself, almost in the next town,
Yeah, it is.
sort of, you know, makes our decision a little easier.
I think so.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Questions or comments from abutters or other interested members of the public? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion on this application.
Move to approve application 25-A043.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Nay.
Steve, if you'll, I know you know the drill.
I've been to that Skylight studio.
It's unbelievable.
You should go, sorry.
That's all right.
Go when they're doing the monument.
I do want to, did you have to make an appointment?
I didn't because.
Just showed up?
Yeah.
I used to hate it when people just showed up at my door.
I'll do the rest of it in case. It's all right. We distracted you. All right.
Gorgeous stuff. Fabulous.
Oh, they have-
Ah, that's a requirement. Somebody has to do that at least once in the evening.
Anything for so long.
You will.
See you later. All right, now that we've got that done, the knockover's been done.
That's only one sign that's been knocked over. There are others, so.
Shaker House Road.
He doesn't
Oh, no.
sign.
What?
He doesn't sign.
I don't sign, sorry. I was retrieving it, Chairman.
Want to pull a fast one on me?
I was trying to make the record stand incorrectly.
You abstain.
No, nay.
Very pure of you, John.
The next item on the application has been withdrawn at the request of the applicant, so we will move on to item 25-A045. It's to extend a fence and install a shed and sunroom at 2 Cottonwood Street. Anthony Doldo and Rihanna, thank you, Pileggi are the applicants. So, a shed and a sunroom. Tell us.
So, the right side of our property, I had the trees taken down, cleared it all, put loom in. So I want to do is extend the fence that you guys approved last year down to the corner of my property. Take the existing fence that's there for the pool, take that left fence down, extend it over and meet it to the corner. And then behind the shed that's up front, I'm going to bring a fence over and connect it to the other fence that's there and put a gate. So that's that portion of the fence.
Okay.
I got a couple of pictures here if you need to see them. And I forget what I gave you.
We have some in our packet.
Yeah, I figured you did.
Is that it?
That's for the fence.
Okay.
And then I do want to show you this. You can pass around, because I don't think I gave this to you, because it wasn't ready. If I may, you'll see a staked out area right here, which is where the proposed shed's gonna go. And this is the fence that's gonna come down and connect over to the corner, to the other fence.
Okay.
So that's where the shed's proposed to go,
Okay.
which is within the setback.
Excuse me. Is this the location here? Shed?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So are you done with your presentation?
What's that?
Are you done?
Just for the shed.
Just,
Okay.
now we're gonna move on to the shed. So,
Okay.
the shed is from Costco. It's 12 by 24. It's a pre-built shed that I'm gonna put up.
That's where the shed's gonna go.
It has 2 barn doors in the front, has a single door on the left, has 6 windows, and it's gonna be painted gray to match the shed in the front existing right now. And the shingles are gonna match the existing roof. Windows will be white. About it for the shed.
Anything else?
Yep, and the sunroom.
Go ahead.
So we want to do a sunroom off the back of our house, which is, it's been a while here, hold on. I think it's 12 by 20. It's gonna have, I'm gonna extend the roof line another 16 feet. It'll be a continuation of the roof that's on the sunroom right now. It'll extend another 16 feet. That'll be covered. It's gonna have 8 casement windows, cedar shakes to match the back of the house, shingles to match the roof of the existing house, 2 skylights. It'll have a door on the end of it, that'll lead to the overhang of the the covered roof that I'm gonna do, or covered patio. That's about it. I'm sorry, I have a slider as well on the other end. And then there is some detail that you can see. It's gonna be open, it's gonna have an open gable on the end of the roof that I'm extending. And I'll have decorative columns coming down. So it's kind of like, it's a sunroom with a little covered roof for the pool to get out of the sun.
I see. Okay.
And on the back of it, it'll show you setbacks. Everything's within the setbacks of the property. You won't see this from the road, from the front of my house, but I'm on a corner lot. So you will see it going out of my neighborhood. You'll see the left side of it.
From Myrtle.
From Myrtle, correct.
Yeah.
But there is a fence there, 6-foot fence, so you're not gonna see the whole thing. You'll probably see half the windows and the roof line. That's what you'll see from Myrtle. And the back of the house is cedar shakes, like I said, this will get all cedar shaked. That's about it for that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Questions or comments from the committee?
Well, it's, can we break this up into, any comments on the fence? Any problem? I mean, we got three things here, so
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with the fence. Big shed, nice.
Yeah, well, I just turned my 2-car garage into a master suite, so I need a place for my motorcycle.
Big as your motorcycle.
12 by 24.
I like that.
And one going in there. Right?
Didn't look back.
Of course, your wife's car is out in the cold, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you have more, John?
Well, then, let's, the shed, anyone have any problems with the shed? I don't, personally, no, I mean, it's a nice big shed.
Is it the one pictured in our application? In
Yes.
the packet?
Look like that, yeah, with all, that's a
Yes.
lot, great, a lot of light coming in,
Yep.
good workspace,
Yes.
very useful. So, then we get to the sun room, which is, the only, like the applicant stated, you can really only see the side of it above. Doesn't know how high your truck is,
Well, the fence is 6 feet, so
so,
I'd say to the ridge is probably gonna be about, I get a 10 pitch on the roof, so it's probably gonna be about 11 and a half to the peak.
oh, yeah, okay. Anyone
These,
have a problem with it?
these drawings, so which is the elevation that faces Myrtle? Is it the one with the,
It is.
the porticoed entry? Is it
This
that one?
page right here, bottom
That
one.
one.
Yep.
So the, I'm going to call it the portico with the doors,
Yep.
which, that faces the opposite direction? It's
The,
away from Myrtle?
yes, the
Okay.
back slider, you mean?
Right,
Yeah,
Yeah, that faces the back, that faces, goes towards West Yarmouth Road,
okay.
my neighbor in the back.
because you're a butter.
What's that?
Towards
Yes,
an abutting
correct.
property, right, okay.
Yep.
Well, that can't be seen, then, except by the
I
abutter.
won't see that much either, because I got the 6-foot, because that's a pool in there, so I got the 6-foot fence all the way around.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Questions or comments from abutters or other interested members of the public? You know, one of the interesting things about this job that I've discovered is these little secret neighborhoods
Yeah.
in the historic district. And one of my favorite ones is Cottonwood Street.
It is.
It's
I
a nice
really-
neighborhood, it's
I
quiet,
really
one
love-
way in, one way out.
It is.
It's just a
But I
really,
feel I got the best lot,
You
too.
get the best lot.
yeah,
You're running out of space.
really nice cohesive
Good for you.
neighborhood.
Yeah, it is, it's nice, it's quiet.
All right, I'll entertain a motion on this
I
application.
make a motion to approve.
Seconded.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And aye. Congratulations, and if,
Thank you.
before you leave, as you've probably heard me say to others,
Yeah.
knock over the signs and sign this.
After one up, knock over two.
Good luck with it.
You look familiar to me, why?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I
maybe
know you
that's why. You just,
This should be it, though.
Exactly.
we're
We'll see you
we're like
soon.
family.
Bye-bye.
I feel like I've seen her a million
I
times.
know we have. yeah.
Always smiling. The next item on the agenda is 25-A046. It's to replace the front siding at 30 Heather Lane. Paul Sawyer is the owner. Robert Snow is the agent.
Good evening, my name is Robert Snow. The only voice I got, I'm sorry. The proposal is to replace the depreciated cedar siding on the front of the home with hardy plank. And it goes from a cream color to this gray slate. That's about it.
Would anyone like to see the sample?
Yeah, I'd like to see the sample.
Could you bring us the sample? Thank you, sir.
Are you going to include the garage front in that as well? Just the front of the house? Okay.
It's indestructible. From the street, you can't tell. You know, looks like weathered board.
Questions or comments from the committee?
Thank you.
No questions or comments? Questions or comments from abutters or other interested members of the public? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion on this application.
Move to approve application 25A046.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
And aye. So, I think you probably know by now, if you've been paying attention.
Pretty good study.
Good.
Here comes the fun.
I brought the last fellow that was here.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll put it with the stuff, thank you.
Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Thank you. See ya.
The next item on the agenda is 25-A047. It's to construct a single-family dwelling at 58 Sisters Circle. Amy and Michael Donovan are the owners.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, sorry.
Hello.
Good
We're
evening.
Amy and Michael Donovan. We currently live in South Yarmouth, and we're looking to construct a single-family home at 58 Sister Circle in Yarmouthport. It's 3,500 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-car garage, white ASIC trim, white vinyl pillow windows, Cape Cod gray cedar shingles, and black asphalt roof. Okay. Did I miss anything?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
Is that it? Okay. Questions or comments from the committee?
Great spot.
Oh, and I brought a couple of pictures. There's a replica of the home in Harwich built, and also there's another one that's constructed on 6A in Dennismore for the color of the home. I printed out little photos.
Oh, is that, yeah, didn't you include,
Yeah.
maybe you had already built the house?
No, no, yeah.
An extra $50. I don't know, Lisa might charge it more.
So if anyone would like to see the large-scale plans,
Yeah.
have them. Questions or comments from the committee while we're looking at the plans? You have a neighborhood association, do you not? Sister Circle,
I think so.
I believe you do.
It's beautiful up there.
That's another one of those areas that's
Summerquid.
like a gem.
No, you'd never know it
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
I have it.
Okay.
I saw the photograph, yeah, it's beautiful. Generally, that neighborhood is, all of those homes are really, really attractive.
Yeah. Upscale, as we say.
And the one that goes past the pond there.
Want to give everybody time if you want to absorb what we're dealing with.
Dennis,
That's a beautiful area, too.
it is.
Know if you're ready, or if you have comments or questions.
This is, I mean, it's not like you're driving through there.
No, it's
So, I mean, we give you a lot of leeway, really.
a big circular dead end.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go around.
Just keep going.
Looks like there's room for another 2 houses there, maybe.
More lots?
Across the street from us. I
Yeah.
think there's
At
two
least
lots.
one.
Yeah, at least one. One's kind of cleared out, which is a
They're all
clear
really
view of the
nice.
highway. We're
Yeah.
hoping someone will buy that and build on it.
Are we all set on this side of the table?
We are.
Questions or comments from abutters or other interested members of the public? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion on this application.
I move to approve application 25A047.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And aye. Very nice. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Sign right there, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
See you later.
Back the plans.
Sure.
The next item on the agenda is 25-A048. It's to construct a protective shelter for a smoker at 938 Route 6A. Sam Bernard, or Bernard, which as the case may be, is the owner.
He's on Zoom.
It's on Zoom.
Apparently.
Are you there, Sam? There you are. We're not hearing you yet. Are you there, Sam? give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll table it to the end of the meeting. Well, I think we should move along.
Yeah, we'll table it. I'll move.
So is there a second to the motion?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to table this application until the end of the meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And aye. So we'll move along to 25-A049 to replace the front door at 10 Red Jacket Road. Margaret Keeney is the owner. Sand Dollar Customs LLC is the agent. Do we have either Margaret or Sand Dollar present?
Looks like Sam's showing up.
Good evening.
Up? Okay. All right.
Should I move on table?
Move to untable. Hold on, Sam. We
All right, I
got a
move to
little
untable.
procedural thing to deal with now.
Table 25A048.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to untable this application. All in favor signify
unable
by
to
saying
hear.
aye.
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 Aye. Okay, Sam, you're on. I think.
Can you hear us, Sam? Oh, my good God.
Oh, short but sweet.
Okay.
Sam? Looks like he's on it. He's gone.
He's gone.
Takes care of that.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we gonna?
Do it again.
Retable.
All right, move to table application 25.
Hold it.
What?
Lisa says he's trying.
Oh,
His name is gone, though.
He moved to panelist, he's in a different.
Technology. Can't live with it, can't live without it.
All right, well, I still think we should table it. And
All right.
Good evening.
There.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, gone again. No, he's up there.
Well, I'm not getting any audio back. If you can hear me,
We can hear you. You can't hear us? Sam? Sam, are you hearing us at all?
He could have driven here by now.
Depending.
Are you muted, Sam?
Oh, we can hear. We could hear him briefly.
Well, I don't know what we're gonna do about this.
It's gotta be his, it's gotta be him. We're all
Hello,
fine.
Sam? Oh, my God.
Oh, he's gone.
Sam, are you hearing us at all? No. Make your motion.
All right, I move to retable application 25A048.
Second.
Been moved and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right, now, I will call 25-A049 to replace the front door at 10 Red Jacket Road. Margaret Keeney is the owner, Sand Dollar Custom LLC is the agent. Do we have either of them available online?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're proposing is to replace
Oh,
the
first of
brief-
all, could you identify who you are?
Steve Babola from Sand Dollar Customs.
Thank you, Steve. Go ahead.
So we're proposing on the front breezeway door to replace the current black 9-light crossbuck style wooden door.
Are you able to hear me?
Yep.
Sam, you're going to have to wait. Go ahead, Steve.
With a Craftsman style S608, preferably option number 1, which is a 6-light style.
Feedback?
And that is the extent of what we're looking to do.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the committee on this application?
No. No.
Questions or comments from abutters or other interested members of the public? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And aye. Okay. So.
So will I sign with hand gesture?
That's fine. Lisa will explain to you how to deal with that. So,
I'll email it to you tomorrow.
Depends on the hand gesture.
there are children
Get all
watching.
kinds.
PG.
Come on now, remain focused. Next application on the agenda is 25-D003. It's to demolish a single-family dwelling at 99 Wharf Lane. Richard and Cindy Schickler are the owners. Seaview Builders are the agents. Good evening.
Hey everyone, good evening. Good evening. My name is Chris Gerard with CV Builders. This is Maya Haggerty, also with CV Builders.
And Richard Schickler, the owner at 99 Wharf Lane.
We're looking to demolish an existing 1945 built.
Speak up a little bit.
Sure. Looking to demolish an existing 1945 home and replace with a new 2,800 square foot, 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, shingle style home.
Okay. Questions or comments from the committee regarding the demolition application? Yeah.
No. It's a
So.
little consequence.
So I have a letter regarding this application from the architect on this committee. She references both the demolition and the following application, the new construction. I'm going to defer reading this until such time as we hear the next application, because I think it's more relevant. So, to repeat, questions or comments regarding this application? So, I live on Wharf Lane, nearby. I'm a neighbor, but not a direct abutter, so I won't recuse myself. but I would like to mention something about the historical significance of Wharf Lane. Wharf Lane in the late 18th and throughout the 19th century was a very significant street in Yarmouthport. Used to be known as Center Street because it was a busy avenue of commerce for people going down to the wharf, where packet boats plied their trade. You never know it now. But there are only two antique structures remaining on Wharf Lane. I live in one, and then the house across the street is the other one. So houses and neighborhoods are organic, and Wharf Lane has changed dramatically over the years, and particularly during the last quarter of the 20th and the first quarter of this century. And it's quite different from what it was, and become very desirable neighborhood with a lot of very imposing and impressive houses on it. So that's my only observation regarding the demolition of this this little house. I'd probably look at it differently if what I just stated wasn't the case. Any other questions or comments from the committee regarding this application?
Well, it's a nice house, and there aren't many of this character and size left in Yarmouthport, particularly in this neighborhood. And it's a shame to see it go. That's all I can say.
Yeah, if I could say a few words, you know, we're the owners, and we purchased the cottage in 2008, and you know, we feel the way you feel. We've struggled with what to do with the cottage over the years as our family has grown. You know, and as we're aging, and we want to make this our forever home. You know, it's really not practical to do that in the cottage. So we understand the challenge, and we deal with that every day. And if we're making the right decision, because you know, as the chairman has mentioned, there are some beautiful homes all around us, and there is that quaintness of this little cottage, and it's charming. It's small. We have one bathroom, and we have two very large boys and a big dog. So, again, it really suits our future plans. Right now, you know, we're hoping to be able to spend more time here, and right now it is just seasonal. And we're trying to be very thoughtful with the next application, which we'll speak to when it's appropriate. But we do understand your concerns.
Well, I appreciate your predicament. The unfortunate truth is that if you were to sell it and buy a bigger home, whoever bought it would probably end up tearing it down. And that's the sad truth.
We've tried, John, for over these many long years living in the cottage with our boys, and it's just very, very tight, so.
I think what you're putting in its place, even though it's a nice cottage, but I think what you're putting in its place is going to be more in character of what's around that neighborhood now. So I think this looks out of place at this point, the cottage, even though it's nice. But, and what was it, built in 1945? Is that what I saw?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has cinder block foundation with holes in it.
I just think
It's just
what
tough.
you're planning to put there is very nice, and I think it'll be an addition.
Yep. Time marches on, and we deal here with appropriateness and setting, and those are the two key words that I think apply to this application. Is it now, in 2025, any longer consistent with its neighborhood? And I would have to say, no, it isn't.
I agree.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Questions or comments from The two people in the back or anybody on Zoom? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for this application.
I move to approve application 25D003.
Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And aye. So. If you change your mind,
Yeah.
signing this document will entitle you to do so. Thank you. Actually, I misspoke. I said my house and the one across the street are the only two remaining. Actually, they were the only two existing on Wharf Lane, all the way around Water Street and up Mill Lane until you get to the house diagonally across the mill pond. Those were the only three antique houses in that entire loop. Okay, so let's get this signed and then we'll move on. The next item on the agenda is 25-A050. It's to construct a new single-family dwelling at 99 Wharf Lane. Richard and Cindy Schickler are the owners, and Seaview Builders is the agent. And before we hear this application, I will read now the letter from Sarah Jane Porter, architect appointee, Old Kings Highway Historic District, dated today. To my fellow committee members and the Schicklers and their representatives, I am sorry I'm unable to attend the Old Kings Highway Historic District meeting tonight. Regarding Old Kings Highway application 25-D003 and 25-A050, demolition of and construction of family dwelling located at 99 Wharf Lane, owners Richard and Cindy Schickler. I am unable to assess the appropriateness of this project without adequate site plan map showing the existing conditions overlaid with the proposed construction. I have assumed that the owners or their representatives have consulted with the Yarmouth Building Department to ensure that the proposed building conforms with all the setbacks and height limitations. Okay, so present, please.
So we are looking to propose new construction, 3-bed, 3.5 bath. We meet all setbacks, 30 feet in the front, 20 feet side and back. We meet the lot coverage, 25%. We're falling in at 19%. Was there anything else specifically in question?
You mean with regard to the letter I just read?
Yes.
No, I'm satisfied. I don't know about others on the committee, but
So this is a scenic byway,
very definitely.
and is the the tree remaining in the front, is that going to be removed?
You know, that's a good question,
Looks like
John.
something has been removed already.
There's, we always had 3 fruit-bearing trees in the front of the house, and then over the years, 2 of them had to come down because of deterioration. The one that exists today is struggling. If we can keep it, we will. We love the tree. I'm just not certain how long it'll last. And if it does come down, I don't think it'll necessarily be because of the construction. I don't believe that would factor into it.
Okay, so you're not planning on taking it down to help with construction? No, not in your way?
Current house is sitting on the existing lot line, where the current house, this,
Because we don't have the map that Sarah Jane,
I believe there's one in the package.
yeah.
well, and, for the
This is the
new,
existing house.
It shows the site plan.
Yeah, there is an architectural site plan.
Section, sheet number A001.
okay.
And it shows the proposed house on the lot.
Oh, yeah.
With setbacks.
Sorry,
And it also shows
the tree.
a new septic system,
Oh,
which you're going to need because the existing system is limited to 2 bedrooms.
That's correct. We've already had the,
I think you're aware of that because it looks like you've done deep hole testing there and perks.
we have to
That's
get,
why the yard is dug up.
I know, we're gonna have that fixed. Sorry about that to the neighbors.
Where is the main entrance to this house, in the front or on the side? Because the side looks like more of a formal doorway, and the front has a door, but it doesn't look like,
It might be helpful if I have the plans. And there, by the way, I congratulate the architect slash draftsman who presented us with these renderings. They're especially, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but the perspective views are particularly helpful. So,
You have to go to South Carolina to get that.
let me lay some of these out.
The architect, for what it's worth, built and designed our home in South Carolina, and he knew our style, so we thought he would be interested in helping us here.
I have the-
Oh, yeah, okay.
wanna see one of these? So we can spread these out, so everybody can see. Some of them are floor plans, so, those are not a primary concern for us. But there are elevations and then there are perspective renderings. So, and I was particularly impressed by the perspective renderings. Perspective. I'm gonna leave the floor plans. You wanna see the floor plan? Here's a plot plan, so.
Oh, yeah.
so that's what you're looking at right here, this right here.
yes.
We could maybe use
Yeah.
this table over here for some of these.
The trouble with that is,
Well, maybe you can bring a microphone over.
yeah, you have to-
Yeah, I knew where you were going with that. So while we're sorting these out, so the front elevation, is that roughly perpendicular to Wharf Lane?
Yes.
And is this house essentially going to be laid on top of the previously existing footprint, more or less?
Yeah.
Okay.
We shifted it little bit to the, when you're looking at the house, it shifts a little to the right, but within the footprint, obviously.
Okay. So
Is it going to sit on the top of the hill, if I may call it that?
Yes, on the little, yeah.
Yeah.
There is an overlay in the plan that shows the existing dwelling on that page, A001 site plan, the architectural site plan.
So one of the things is, there's a lot to recommend this. I mean, it's obviously very well, very carefully thought out and designed. One of the elevation, the left side elevation, as it's described, that's the elevation you're going to see as you're driving down Wharf Lane. If the house is oriented, as you said, so that the front is perpendicular to the road. So that elevation is rather sparse, I would say, in relationship to some of the others, or all of the others. So I was wondering if is it possible to rotate this house in some way so that you see more of the front, and maybe there's less emphasis on that left side elevation? Do you follow what I'm saying?
I do.
In other words, if you're looking from the sky, rotate it clockwise
Yeah,
a
I
little
think
bit.
we're stuck in because it's a tight lot with the 2020.
I know that,
Right,
yeah.
So we can't twist it. Now, the one thing when you come around Wharf Lane, we sit on that turn. So the left elevation, well, I would agree, isn't perhaps as pretty as some of the other ones from a roofline perspective. You don't see that because of the way that you're
Well,
bending.
not meaning to contradict you, but I made a point of driving, instead of coming here, heading towards 6A from Wharf Lane, I went down to Water Street and around so that I could actually get a sense of, and it would be fresh in my mind for tonight. And that is the most prominent elevation as you're approaching from the north.
I'm trying to think, when we look at our house today, you drive down and there's a lot of shrubs.
The other
in
option, if it can't be rotated, maybe it could be gussied up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's something that we can consider.
Because the, Yeah, thank you. Yes, but that was a technical term. I chose that specifically. So, because, as there's a lot of really nice features on this house, and most of them are concentrated on the other elevations. Okay.
On this one, we have that stone patio off the side. And we originally had a pergola out there that would do, I think,
That would break up some of the.
It would.
The plainness of it, the mats.
But we didn't want to, weren't 100% certain, but the first plans actually had a pergola there.
Uh-huh.
Which we could add. I think that might help.
Okay. No. The left elevation. It's that one. This.
What this looks like.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
There's so much.
Oh, so you mean you're talking about this, yeah, right. But, right. So so this is, what you're suggesting is this is not really what you're going to be, the aspect you're going to be seeing?
That's where he's suggesting that they could put a
Yeah.
pergola in.
Right,
There's north.
yeah, yeah,
Right here.
yeah.
That would break that up.
Yeah, I agree.
Has everybody had a chance to really absorb this? There's a lot to absorb.
There is. So facing Wharf Lane, well, the only thing I really see are 5 windows that, well, to my eye, they're just awkward.
Would it be helpful to look at the
Yeah,
bigger
larger
rendering?
one. I understand you're going for the view, and I know what the other houses in there would look like, but
I think this is the Wharf Lane view here.
we make this 4 windows. Well, these line up. Instead of 5.
Do you see where,
Yeah, I see that.
what we're looking at?
That's going to be the kitchen that we were planning on having an island sitting there every day, looking at
Right.
it. And
So you're gonna be-
our architect felt that it was important to have the symmetry with
I
5
agree.
and
That's
3.
the problem.
And he was struggling with 4 and something else
Yeah,
upstairs.
well, I mean, you're reducing by 20% if you take one out. I'm not sure how we could,
What about the same linear dimension, but instead of breaking it up into 5,
larger
yes,
windows, wider windows?
wider,
Make
maybe
them-
see how that would work. Maybe 3 rather than
Really
4,
cutting
or,
out their view.
well, no, you'd have more of a view if you did
If you
3.
large windows,
Yeah.
we don't have that option in front of us.
No, I know, well,
It's just 5 windows, it doesn't,
so I mean, I think maybe, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth,
No.
John, but maybe it's this breakup here that makes it's almost like it's busy, right?
well, yeah,
So-
it's worse than busy. It's, okay, but.
Is it the whole, is it the expanse that you're
Yeah, it's the-
concerned about?
It's the expanse.
Okay.
Exactly.
You'd like it less.
Yeah, in some way, but I don't want to take the view away. I understand it's gorgeous from up there,
Yeah.
but it's the whole front of the house, but in the character of the neighborhood, this isn't out of character, so, but it is a concern. I'm not sure I can come up with a solution, though, other than just 3.
Well, what about,
Larger windows would be, yeah.
see what they've done up here,
Yeah.
where they make the center window taller?
Mhm.
What if we broke made this less monolithic somehow?
Good choice of words.
Thanks. Maybe you could, if you did 3 and mimic this array with the center one taller,
Yeah.
are you
Can you-
following along with this?
I'm following,
Don't
yeah.
take all your view away, but
No, that wouldn't take the
it's
view
a-
away.
it's
That would
just-
maybe expand the view a little bit.
So you're proposing on the lower level?
We're
to-
looking
Yeah,
at the
we're talking
lower
about
level.
The lower level, 5 windows.
And you'd rather see 3 wider windows of
Well-
the same linear?
Just not the 5 identical windows.
Right. It's the expanse of it and I'm going to use the word, this is excessive, you'll have to pardon me for this, but the monotony of it.
Yeah, because the rest of the house, the layout is lovely, and this just seems totally out of place with the rest of the,
If the 2 outside windows had a factory mull to it, that would kind of break up that,
I mean, if this is going to be, your front, the primary vantage,
It is.
then you want it to be right, just right.
Yeah.
So,
We could factory mold the outside 2 windows, or we could also, I don't know if bumping it out a little bit would
that might help.
Yes,
help.
yeah,
That might help.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
sure.
But, so you understand what the nature of our hesitancy about that particular aspect
Other
of
than
the
that,
design?
I mean, the rest of
Yeah.
it, the windows, you've got 3 windows up here, you've got these two, everything except this just stands out.
Did you say this is gonna be the kitchen?
Yes.
Oh, it is, this front, the windows?
You're right.
Yes. If you look at the floor plans are in there, so it's a counter space and then an island overlooking.
I mean, it's a handsome house.
Yeah, it is.
We're just trying to make it more handsome, so.
I don't mean to be nitpicking, but
I don't think you are.
Oh, no,
I
this
think that's a legitimate concern.
Are the moles a concern?
I'm sorry?
Are the moles a concern? Because right now we have a stud pocket between each one of these windows.
I can't hear you.
So we have a stud pocket between each one of these windows with a piece of trim separating each window.
Right.
So if there was less of that, does that?
I
Well-
think 4 with trim between them would look nice.
I think it would,
I think 3 would look terrible.
Well,
No.
let's see, let's maybe present us with a couple of different options.
The architect will have the shakes from this one because he likes the symmetry, but we understand what you're
Yeah.
looking for, and we'll ask for a couple of different views and options.
If those windows were put in that arrangement, but the lower level was bumped out, would that?
I think that might help. It would break up the plane.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that might look really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, do you think 4 would be better than 5, or do you not?
I think we should see. I think
Bumped
you
up
have
with
you have a
4.
sense of what the objection is,
Right.
and we'll leave it to the architects to come up with the solutions.
Well, even
Other than that,
what
I
about
don't-
a little roof or something over it, like a.
Or you-
I like that.
Some of these have these, what about if that came out over it?
I like your idea, Paula, putting something above the window.
Yeah.
The side windows have the roof over it, a couple of
Right.
places. And I think that'd look nice coming over those windows.
Yeah,
We have some ideas.
Good.
Let us try something
And
out.
that's what I'm.
that'd be great.
Thank you.
Excellent. Put that ball back in your court. All right. So we got two things that we're talking about.
Right.
That and the left side
Yes.
elevation to try to alleviate,
A pergola is a very simple solution.
yeah, simple, very, very simple solution might be enough.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think it's an exciting project.
It is lovely.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
And I really appreciate the perspective renderings. That's very helpful.
Yeah, they are nice, aren't they?
Yeah, I think these are the nicest we've seen.
Really.
Any other comments or observations,
No.
questions from the committee?
No, I've gummed up the works enough, I think.
Me too. I helped. What about you two in the back? You have questions or comments about? You do. Excellent.
Hi, I'm Greg Belaziki, and I'm a director butter at 100 Wharf Lane. I'm excited for the investment in the neighborhood and happy to have them continue to be neighbors. And thanks very much for investing in Yarmouthport.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
CV was also doing a project in my backyard in the marsh, which I have another problem with, but I missed the abutters meeting. But, we're building a new home right in the marsh behind us. But we're looking at the construction, it's going along well.
Okay. so, it is unfortunate that the architect isn't here tonight. She probably might have some observations to make too, but to use John's word, I think we don't want to move into the realm of nitpicking, so.
Well, we're also not in the design
No.
business.
No, well, that's true. It's not our function to design the house. That's what you guys do. All right,
Despite evidence to the contrary.
Let's hold a hard pen.
Where you go?
Satisfied, John?
That's it. How are we gonna handle this? We gotta table it?
I think,
so, yeah.
I think if there are no questions or comments from other abutters or members of the public, I think I'll entertain a motion to table.
All right. I move to table application 25A050.
Is there a second?
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. All right.
Aye.
And aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Did you
Yeah, what?
Did you go and look at 938? Yep. For this stove thing?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I couldn't work
It's
out
it's an
where
empty
it's supposed to go.
building, and it's a
Well-
hairdresser place.
Well, I can't figure, there's no site plan, first of all.
We're still on, so let's keep our focus. We're not done yet.
Walking around going, this looks nice. Where's it gonna go? Is that me? No.
Yeah, great. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good night. Okay, so. So Lisa, are we hearing 169?
No.
Okay.
Oh, was that why? They just,
You're
are we
not
tabling it?
He wanted, it was tabled, I think.
Yeah, so it needs
So
to
we're-
be tabled again.
Okay.
Do we need a motion?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the one I sent you, the attorney had sent a request asking for a continuance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For those two, they're trying to.
So maybe we don't even need a motion.
It's
So,
on the agenda.
Yeah.
yep.
It's tabled on the agenda.
All right, so
Right. That's
we're moving on to the tabled items, 25-D002, to demolish a barn at 169 Route 6A. Greg Belzekin is the owner, Christopher Weeks is the agent. We received a letter from the attorney for Mr. Belzekian requesting a continuance for this application. Accordingly, I will entertain a motion to table.
I move to table 25-D002.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor of tabling application 25-D002 signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And aye. So, the next item on the agenda is 25-A031 to construct a barn at 169 6A. Greg Belzekin is the owner, Christopher Weeks is the agent. I could say that that has been rendered moot by the previous motion, but I suppose we could move to table that one as well.
Yes. Well, I move to table 25-A031.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of tabling application 25-A031 signify by saying aye.
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 And aye. So now we are moving on to new business. And we have received a request from the Select Board, which I will read into the record. To Old Kings Highway Historic District Committee, Town of Yarmouth Community Development, dated April 22nd, 2025, regarding Old Kings Highway filing fees. The Select Board has requested a review of all town fees and wants to discuss proposed changes to their May 6, at their May 6, 2025 meeting. The Old Kings Highway Regional Commission delegated the setting of Old Kings Highway filing fees to the town committees. The town has proposed the following new filing fees for Old Kings Highway applications. The Old Kings Highway fees were last adjusted in 2011. The cost of legal ads, postage, and administrative processing has increased since then, so the town is considering raising filing fees accordingly. You will note the fees have flattened and simplified somewhat. So there's a chart attached to this, which I will try to make clear. Type of fee, residential, commercial, and all. And there are current fees and proposed fees. So for certificate of appropriateness, new construction, residential, the current fee is $75. The commercial fee is $100. The proposed fee is $100 for both. Additions, alterations, garage, dormers, sunrooms, decks, windows, doors, solar panels, roofs. Current fee, $40 for residential, $60 for commercial, and the proposed fee is to make them both $60. Site structures, fences, sheds, designs, and paint. Current fee, residential $25, commercial $25, and it's proposed to raise them to be both $40. Certificate of exemption, current fee is $20, commercial fee is $20, the proposed fee is $30. Certificate of demolition, current fee $50, commercial $50, proposed fee for both $75. So the three that apply to us, and I probably should not have even read the others, are the certificate of appropriateness, the certificate of exemption, and the certificate of demolition. I have been requested to add this item to the April 28th Old Kings Highway agenda so the committee can discuss this proposal and recommend these new rates if the committee considers the new fees appropriate. So do we have any questions or comments about this, or do we simply wish to concur and recommend the proposed fees?
I think Lisa deserves a raise.
What was that, John? I missed that.
Lisa gets a cut of the action here.
That's very nice, and of course we all agree. But are there any pertinent comments? Or
Yes, the pertinent comment
be
is
more.
that these haven't been done since 2011, and with 14 years of inflation, I think they're reasonable.
I think they're very reasonable. Can I ask, do we know what they raise for the town?
That would depend on the number of applications.
Right.
So,
Yes?
Yeah.
well,
So, do we know what that is?
It's approximately, again, depending on how many applications, it's between $6,000 and $10,000 a year.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
I think
So I'll let you do the math and figure out what that would translate to with the proposed fees, because I'm not going
Not
to.
a lot. Not a lot. I agree with Paula.
All right. Is this in fact, I'm going to just jump right in and say, is this in fact a no-brainer?
Yeah.
Good. I'll entertain a motion that we accept the proposed and recommend the proposed
Move
fees.
to approve.
All right.
Accept and recommend.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of accepting and recommending the proposed fee structure signify by saying aye.
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 And aye. We need to approve the minutes of the April 14th hearing.
Could I interject here one thing? Was 938, the application, was that tabled to the end of the meeting or to the next?
It was tabled to the end of the meeting. Thank you, John, for calling my attention to that.
I think he might have dropped. Yeah, I think he dropped.
All right, so we should entertain a motion to table that application to the end of the meeting, so let's do that now. So, this is with regard to application 25-A0.
We need to table it till,
We
No,
tabled
to
it, we
not-
untabled it, and then we tabled it again.
Not until the next meeting. We tabled it till the end of this
to the
meeting.
end of this
Okay.
meeting.
So, thank you for that, but I'm quite sure I'm right.
You are.
So, can we have a motion to table application 25-A049 to the next meeting?
I will make that motion.
Good. Is there a second?
second it.
All right. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. And thank you for drawing my attention to that oversight. Now, we need to approve the minutes of the April 14th, 2025 hearing.
Move to approve the minutes of the April 14th meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And aye. Next meeting is May 12th, 2025. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, we are adjourned.